everybody to the Celebrity Guest Expert Sales Summit. This is really exciting because we are putting together our $97 offers, and we will be going live with them in February of 2016. The reason for that is because we are ramping up our Facebook and our numbers. Our plan is to get to 38 million. So if you in the audience are watching and you feel like you'd like to participate in growing those numbers and receiving that benefit, then let us know and we'll talk to you about it. We are going to release in February, probably in the second week, for the reason I just mentioned. And also we want to make sure that our offers are prepared properly, that we are using the words that our clients will use, our perfect clients will use, so that we can draw them to us. And we are also going to use our what-if phrases. So all this takes time, and we didn't want to rush it. We want to really make sure that we have solid offers to send out to our clients. So we will be getting back to you in February and notifying you when we are going to have that release. In the meantime, we'll be interviewing each one of the celebrity guest experts who are participating in this program, and you will see their half-hour interviews on their package that they're going to offer you for $97. So this is going to be very, very exciting. We're going to release it out through all the social networking that we are preparing for this. So today, what I want to talk to the celebrity guest experts about is a follow-up on what we discussed regarding Compel, Don't Sell, the new class that is literally giving them all the information that I learned from building my business from 0 to millions. I'm literally tearing back the curtain and giving them that information in that class. And those are the techniques that we intend to use on the $97 program. So now I'm going to introduce them. I'm your show host, Shirlene Reeves, with MaximizeYourWealthNow.com and also Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. And we are going to talk to our panelists about what their experience was last week, because they had a lab with regard to an event, and we got a chance to find out and look around and see how people interact with each other. So let's go ahead and have those introductions. So Sumaya, can we start with you today?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Sumaya O'Grady, Soul Alchemist, and I love working with leaders and speakers. My program helps them go connect to their soul, where they can experience unshakable confidence.
Thank you, Sumaya. And Lori, would you like to share who you are?
Sure. Thank you, Shirlene. My name is Lori Lockyer. I'm a nutritional biochemist and health coach and author of the upcoming book, Making Sense of Your Body After 40. My passion is to work with women after 40 so they understand the change that their bodies are going through and embrace it and enjoy it.
I can't wait to read that book. And Linda, share with us what you're doing and who you are.
Hi, Shirlene. I'm Linda Patton. I'm an international speaker, author, and a creator of The Art of Herding Cats, Leading Teams of Leaders. But what I'm working with are speakers and workshop leaders who've always wanted to do their own events, and the thought of it overwhelms them. So I make magic happen, and I let them be a guest at their own event.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. And Dot.
Hi, Shirlene.
Hi.
I'm Dot Claire, the modern-day medicine woman, and I'm a change agent for manifestation. I support women in transition who are often stuck in maybe the heartache of a divorce or career changes or even the death of a loved one. And they have overwhelming feelings of emptiness and fear. And what if you could get unstuck and move forward and weave a new story of peace and harmony? So with 25 years experience as a nurse, a healer, and a shaman, I help you break through that pain and guide you to manifest your dreams.
Beautiful, and I loved your what if, Dot.
Thank you.
Cynthia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shirlene. So happy to be here. I'm Cynthia Stott. I'm an international speaker mentor, best-selling author, and the creator of thespeakersummit.com. And I am passionate about working with entrepreneurs to deepen into the message from their heart and soul and create compelling offers that feel good to them and their clients, and share them on Facebook and other social networking so that they can have massive visibility and really create the world that they want to live in.
Thank you, Cynthia. And we have CJ last.
Hi, Shirlene.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Carolyn C.J. Jones, and I'm an award-winning author, a forgiveness and joy mentor, and the founder of Change Your Story, Change Your Life programs. I work with women to help them write a new story so that they can begin to feel more peace, freedom, and joy in their lives.
Wonderful. Thank you, CJ. And I'm Shirlene Reeves, the founder of the Celebrity TV Guest Experts, and also I'm the publisher of Wealthy Woman Magazine and the CEO of Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. And thank you, everybody, and welcome to those who are our viewers today. And so let's start off by asking, who has had the experience of being told that they're being seen everywhere? Raise your hands.
On Facebook.
Wow, look at that. Okay, I'm going to start with Dot.
Well, I was surprised. I was just at a speaking engagement, and the woman who was introducing me said, "My gosh, I'm seeing you everywhere." And so I was like, "Oh, really? Isn't that terrific? I love it."
And what a good feeling, right?
Yes, it certainly was.
Wonderful.
I'm doing my homework.
Congratulations. That's what we're looking for, is people who are telling us that they're seeing us everywhere. So good job. And Cynthia, I saw you had your hand up.
Yeah, I've been seen everywhere for quite a while, but it's getting even more. I came out of an audition where I was auditioning, and the next person to audition was like, "Oh, you're here," and I didn't have a poker face. And I looked at her like she was Eve, you know? And she said, "We're friends on Facebook. I'm so happy to see you and meet you in person," because she sees me everywhere.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Who else had their hand up? Lori?
Yes, so 2 different occasions. Just last Sunday in church, someone came up to me and said, "I see you everywhere. What is this about your book and this other book you've been in?" And so it was very exciting to see that, to hear that.
And then, that's wonderful. And Sumaya?
Yes, I often have the experience of people coming up to me and they're sure that they know me from someplace, but I'm not sure who they are, but I just, I acknowledge that because I am everywhere, and I am everywhere. And it's going to get more intense as my book comes out. I'm a co-author of a book, so I'm excited about that, and that'll be even greater visibility with people seeing me everywhere.
Right, right. Anybody else? Oh, Linda.
Hi. Yeah. Wherever I speak, wherever I go, I get the, "Oh, I saw you, and aren't you the woman who has the cats?" So many people recognize the cat and feel that they know me and they've seen me someplace, and I must have a twin all over the Bay Area because it's just absolutely amazing how many people say, "I've seen you, I know you."
I love it. I love it. And anybody else want to share? Okay. And I was just at an event last weekend with some of the others of you, and I was hearing the same thing, that people were seeing me everywhere, that they were hearing about me everywhere, and it's a really good feeling. And if you remember, in the very first class you took with me, I promised you that people would be saying they see you everywhere. And that's exactly what's happening. So I'm so excited that you are experiencing it as well. And you're going to hear it more and more as time goes on, because now you are all my stars, and you will be having your own hangouts and your own programs to share with other people. And of course, we will make sure that we participate with Facebook to make sure that your events get out there so people see you. That's what's so important, because if we're not seen, we can't sell and we can't move forward in our business. So this is just awesome for all of you. Congratulations, everybody. I'm so happy for you. And do you remember when I promised you that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So now what I would like to talk to you about is what you learned in your lab last weekend. Would anybody like to share that? When you were, as you were walking around in that event, what did you hear? Were people listening to each other? Were they really paying attention? Did you find out that maybe you did things differently than you normally had in the past? Share with us what your experience was. Raise your hand if you'd like to chat. Lori?
Well, since I had a vendor table, I was able to give a 45-second little speech of what I do. And I used the what if and created a picture of what life could be like if you're ready for the changes after 40. And I had several women come to my table just with this blank look like, help me with this. And it was just so great. They'd look at my oils and they'd look at me, and I had a sign-up sheet to do wellness consults, and I got several people who did sign up, got people engaged, was able to, you know, get them talking, and it was very busy. It was probably definitely the funnest time as being a vendor that I've ever had.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Congratulations on that. I'm really excited for you. So did you get some new clients while you were there?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
So the what if really does work when you can paint that dream, doesn't it?
Yes.
Good job, Lori. Good job. Anybody else like to share? Sumaya, I'm going to call on you.
One of the things that I got to do, because I was one of the event sponsors, and I got to put a gorgeous postcard about my $97 offer in the tote bags that everyone got. So I got the same 45 minutes on stage that Lori was just speaking of, and I got to talk about my offer, which is oriented toward people who are divine messengers and who have a real calling that comes from their heart. And I felt as I talked to everyone on stage that I saw such a huge response. So many of the people there themselves were divine messengers. So it was exciting. And then I walked around with a clipboard to sign people up for my new free offer, which is a Divine Light meditation kit. And I got a really great response for that too. So it was a pretty exciting day.
Wow, congratulations. And do you feel like you've come a long way in order to get to that point?
I would say light years.
Well, I'm so excited for you, Sumaya. That's just awesome, because I know you can really see your business moving forward now, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is so rewarding, because we work so hard, and it's important that we move our business forward, and if we don't have that visibility that can do that for us, it's all for naught. It's a lot of hard work, and we don't get any response, right?
Yes, that's right. It's very discouraging when that happens.
Well,
I feel a wave building.
I'm sorry?
I feel a wave building.
Yes, I do too. I definitely feel a wave building. Thank you. Anybody else like to share? Cynthia, I see you have your hand up.
I was a speaker, so I got a chance to speak for, I think, 22 minutes on stage, and that was fabulous. I used the what ifs, and people were really compelled. I got a great response for my $97 program that leads to my $497 program. I also invited people to a free call. I got a great response on that. And then someone that was on the call yesterday signed up for the $97 program, and I'm going to be following up with a couple more. So really great responses. And I used what ifs on the call as well.
Yes, you did. You did it because I was on that call, and you did a beautiful job with it. And you really did an awesome job on the stage, too. I was so excited. And you did a beautiful job with what if. And that is so important. You know, most people use what if. So what if I lose my job? What if I invest a lot of money and I don't make any money? It's that kind of thing. But you know, our what if is different. So you did a great job, Cynthia. Awesome. And tell us in numbers, what do you figure your results were? How many people started your $97 package?
5 on Saturday, 1 last night, and then I have 2 more out. 2 more people wanted the link to the free call, and so I'll follow up on that. So I probably have about 7 more leads.
That's fabulous. Congratulations. That's so wonderful. Does anyone else want to share? DJ.
Yes. I had great fun going around with my clipboard and talking with people, and I got 14 sign-ups.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
And how are you doing with follow-up on that?
I have loaded them all into the system. They've all received their reports, and I'm going to email them each and see what they thought of the report, if there's anything that I can assist them with or answer questions that might have come up for them.
Wonderful. So are you excited?
Oh, yes.
You got 14 new leads. What more could you ask, right?
That's right.
Good for you. Good for you. Does anybody else want to share? Linda.
Well, Shirlene, I didn't have a great opportunity to be able to work the room because as the MC, I was sort of up and off the stage and really concerned about the energy. But I spoke on Monday to a group of career professionals who are looking for opportunities. They're out of work. And out of the entire room, I got 100% of the room on my list, and I sold another 70–80% for my $97 package.
Wow, congratulations. This is so exciting, and you did a beautiful job from the stage. You were massively visible all day.
Yeah.
You were a great leader, did a wonderful job, and congratulations. That's wonderful news. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else want to share? Okay, so that what if, and I'm just going to refresh what if for our audience. What if is painting the dream. Once we learn what our clients say to us regularly and we have the answers to our client interview questions, then we can paint the dream in their own words in what if phraseology. And that's what they're all learning to do, and that's what's getting such a wonderful response. And I'm having it too, right along with you. I'm very, very grateful that things are going as well as they are. And as I looked around the room at that event, you know, there were so many smiles, and people were just really enjoying talking to each other. It was wonderful to see that. It was an awesome event. So congratulations to all of you. Wonderful, wonderful job. Now, CJ is the only one that said that she has followed up already. Have the rest of you followed up?
Yes.
Yes.
Who would like to share about that? Somebody. Cynthia?
I followed up via email, so I put everyone on the list that wanted to go to the free call, and then they also got a subsequent copy of the call and an invitation to the $97 program and $497 program.
Wonderful. Now, one of the things that I'm concerned about lately is that I've been reading statistics on email and how the opening rate, and even some of us aren't as good about opening our emails, and it's like down to 34% that we're getting in an opening rate. And the other thing is that people can put your email in junk mail and you don't even know about it. So the best thing to do, I'm hearing, is to actually text them that they are receiving an email so they know to go there and get it. It's just a hint that I was on a seminar online, and that's what they suggested, was to actually text that the email was sent. So that's something you might take into consideration and use if that feels right to you. Has anybody tried doing that? Cynthia?
I'm actually going to be building that into my system. I use Infusionsoft, and you can do a one-way text to them. So I'm going to be setting that up in the next couple of weeks, because I like to text my people to remind them to come to the call, because if they don't come to my call, they don't go deeper.
That's right.
So I'll do a run with that, but many people don't like that because they don't want everyone having their text. So I'm going to do a one-way, and then I can also let them know that there's information about a call, etc.
Wonderful. Okay. Is anyone else doing that? I think Cynthia is kind of ahead of everybody because she has the Infusionsoft, and it is expensive, so some people aren't ready to do that until they have a larger income, because it's quite pricey every month. But it's really, really required when it comes down to when you get bigger, so that it's easier to work with. Because one of the most difficult things, I think, is trying to keep track of who's doing what and where, and making sure that, you know, we're communicating with them and getting the word out that we need to get out to make our programs work for them. And even some of them don't even show up after they've paid for the class. And if if they don't show up, then it's up to us to find out why and go talk to them and try and bring them back into the program. Or sometimes you can start them in the next program. And speaking of programs, I want to know who already has their $97 program together. I know Cynthia does, because we talked about that. And who else has theirs together? Sumaya, would you like to share about your program?
Sure. My program is for people who are divine messengers, who feel that they have a real calling that comes from deep within their heart. And it's based on 30 years of my experience as a spiritual teacher. And this program supports and nourishes those essential 3 pillars for speakers and leaders around divine protection, divine abundance, and divine strength and power. And it guides them deeper into their hearts and souls so they can experience confidence that's unshakable.
So share with me what your system is. So when we release it out, and have you set it up yet so it's automated?
Yes, it's automated.
It is automated.
People receive
your $97 program goes out. Then how does that system work for you?
Do you mean what specifically do people receive?
What do they receive, and how do you move them to the next level?
What they receive are 3 downloadable healings related to those 3 things: divine protection, abundance, and strength and power. And each healing comes with a companion guide that explains a little bit about the healing. Because I bring in some very powerful prayers and chanting in Arabic, and it explains all of that. And beyond that, I'm working on creating my $4.97 offer, which will be related to that, but I haven't yet fully fleshed that out.
Okay. Now, once people get your $97 program, do you have is it automated, or when I say that, when they sign up, does it automatically go out to them, or are you sending it out in 3 different emails, or are you sending it out as a group? What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's automated on my website. So when they sign up, they get the 3 package right away. They get all of the, they get all of the files right away.
So they go in and they sign up and they pay for it, and then it just goes to them automatically.
They click the buy button and everything else is set up and automated.
Perfect. Perfect, Sumaya. Good job. Good job. Who else would like to share? Linda, did you say you had your 97 done?
Well, I know it's in concept. It's not completed. So I know that what I'm doing is taking those speakers who and workshop leaders who want to do an event through the first phase of it, which is, what's the vision? What is it that you want to have happen? And I take them through all 5 senses to really get a really deep look at that. And then I ask them questions that they're going to have to answer when they do a request for proposal. And so that's in the second, let's go deeper. So the first teaching is around, what is the vision? What does it look like? When you get to the end of the road, what will that be? What will that event look like? And all of that. And then the second lesson is on, okay, let's translate that in terms of how are you going to do a request for proposal, because venues will not necessarily understand your vision the way you've written it the first time.
And that's probably why they need your help.
Yes.
Great, great. Well, I want to share with you what I'm doing. I'm doing the Compel Don't Sell class, and I'm doing $97 for the first module, which talks about how we need to, the kind of people that we are going to work with, and then each step, the 10 steps that we need to take into consideration and in order to work with people so that they are comfortable with us and they absolutely love us and want to buy from us. Because remember, I said this program is all about how to sell people for people who hate to sell. Because many of us don't like to sell. Healers are the ones that have the roughest time in sales, and there's so many intricate pieces to what that program is. So that is my first module, and that is coming along with a quiz. I give them a quiz so they can determine whether they do sell or whether they do compel. And when I shared that at the event, people were really excited about it. And the reason I'm telling you about this is because take a quiz into consideration. And Linda, a quiz might be really good for you, you know, just so they can see. Remember, one of the things that we do is to shake their confidence by questioning what it is that they do personally. And you question in a really nice way. So a quiz is kind of fun to let them know how much they know about event planning. Sometimes people say, oh yeah, I know, but they don't really know anything, and when they take the quiz, they find that out.
Yes.
So that's just a thought. And Cynthia, you could do that too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a quiz, and the answers will be in the free call.
Ooh, I like that.
Idea too. I like that. That's an awesome idea. Do you mind if I use that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. Little breadcrumbs leading right to your call and then to your program.
And the other thing is that I think that with a quiz, I got a download on this. With a quiz, I think that we need to send an explanation out about your program along with it, because the quiz doesn't say much, it only tests them. And I like the idea, Cynthia, of calling in to get the answers, because then you can say that yet again. And then it really seats it in for why they would want your program. So this has really been enlightening. Lori, you're going to be the last one I can take today because I want to stay on time. So Lori, share what your thoughts are on your program.
So my program is going to be around reducing belly fat, because that's one of the biggest questions that I get. So I'll have a video that they can watch, and then instead of trying to take notes during the video, they'll get my Secrets to Reducing Belly Fat report. So they'll have that to go along with it to give them notes. and then a healthy eating. It is like a quiz because they're checking off certain things, but at the end of it, they can actually see how they did and about how to make results. And if they can do those results on their own, some people can, and then others will come into my $497 coaching program.
Awesome. Now let me ask you a question on your report. What your video says, is that what's on your report? The same thing?
It's pretty similar, but because I use a lot of, but some people say scientific terms and they don't understand it, so the report goes into explaining a little bit more.
Okay.
So if they don't understand about adrenals and cortisol, the report takes a little bit more to go into that.
So my suggestion to you, Lori, is that maybe you make that a workbook page, take some of the words out of the report so that they fill it in. Because when they are reading and writing and listening, you have much better chance that you're going to get the information into their mind and make it stick. So if you take some of the pertinent words out of your report so that they're following along with you and then they fill it in when you say it, that will seed it into their mind.
Oh, okay.
Just a thought. And it really, you know, anytime you can get them to interact, and that's actually what I'm doing, is I'm sending a workbook page, some workbook pages out with it so that they can fill it in as I'm speaking, and then they're actually interacting with it. That's what's so important, is that interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, everybody on the panel. It's just been really amazing today. You've had so much good input. I know that it's really helped our viewers. And hopefully all of you out there are doing the same thing that we're doing, because we're sharing this information with you so that you can be successful too. And when you are ready to become a celebrity guest expert and you want to have a really big release of your 97 program, then you're going to want to become a celebrity guest expert graduate and really become massively visible. So until next time, I hope you have an awesome week, and we will see you in the next show.